Good morning and happy Tuesday, folks. Let's get to my low, my high, act of kindness. I would say that my low is it is raining out right now. And it actually rained a lot during the flag football game I went to, in which going to said flag football game was my high. And my act of kindness was going to, let's see, what was my act of kindness? I helped carry something for some people. I also gave a gift for somebody yesterday. So, let's get right into, what I want to talk about today. But first, here's the thing. There's two things I want to go over. Because Outland Season 27 is right around the corner. And I think we're going to be getting the fact that they're going to make the lineup reveal here. So, I haven't seen the Instagram on First Week Feast. So I'm going to look that up right now. Also, while floating, I'm going to get my shoes on because I'm actually running a little bit late. There we go. Now then, let's bring it a little bit closer. Okay. All right. Ooh. Is First Week Feast going to do the hot sauce lineup this week? No. No, they're either not doing it this week or they're not going to make this reveal on Instagram until later. Or maybe they'll actually do it on that Thursday. Well, you know what? That's fine. Because now I can talk about something else. Something else a little bit more important, which is something I alluded to a little bit the other day. But if I can find my notes on it. Okay, so full stop. When I did my MoReas on Thunderbolts the other day, I really was talking about how great it was without giving proper dues on the cast and what I thought about them specifically. I was just talking about the movie and like stuff behind the scenes. But here's the thing, and this is something I said the other day. There's a reason why there was an asterisk at the end of Thunderbolts in the title of the movie. And I'm sure you've probably been seeing this all over the internet, but at the end of the movie, Valentina, Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, who was great in the movie, by the way, refers to the Thunderbolts as the New Avengers. And from that day forward, IRL, in real life, the cast of the movie has been remarketing the movie as the New Avengers. So, ergo, technically the movie I saw was the New Avengers. I've never done it. Honestly, I don't think anything like this has ever happened before. Where like the movie, like the title of the movie is referred to as one thing, but after the movie is released, you know, a plot point happens and it changes the title of the movie forever, so much so that the cast is re-promoting the movie. Even like, if you look on the internet, everyone is calling it the New Avengers. That's never happened before. At least not to my knowledge. So, perhaps a redo might be in order. With that said, on May 1st, I saw the new Avengers, which was very, very good. And it's also the last Phase 5 Marvel movie that's being released. Yeah. Marvel MCU Phase 5 is now over because of the release of Thunderbolts. First of all, I can't really... listen, considering the lukewarm reception Phase 4 got, the only movie I was even remotely interested in seeing was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And that was technically a Phase 5 movie. So, Marvel Phase 4 flew right over my head. But that's not to say I didn't, not hear about anything. Of course I heard of, what happens in some shows or some movies, and, there are several people in the cast of said shows and movies that I like, and I'm glad that they're, continuing the MCU regardless. But, yeah. We actually started Phase 5 already, or ended Phase 5. That's crazy. And it's barely been 6 years since I saw Avengers Endgame. That's even more wild. Well, and I'm so bummed too, because I never saw Deadpool Wolverine in the theater. And the one time we actually had an opportunity to do that was when I was out in Colorado when the movie premiered. And sadly, I just didn't have the time to go do it. But it is what it is. I guess, not that I know what happens, but I guess Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, and Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds, are now part of the MCU. Okay. I do definitely want to see it. I should definitely see it. But yeah, Phase 5 ended, and it ended with the new Avengers, aka the Thunderbolts. Again, I didn't really do a great job of giving praise to the cast, specifically the actors themselves, because everyone in this movie really was good. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, fantastic antagonist. She was. And, she's the kind of antagonist where, like, in any other movie, like when I saw Nimona, for instance, like, at the very least you want to see this bitch get punched in the face. You really do. Unfortunately, like, I've seen one extreme like Nimona where where the evil villain lady straight up dies. But then there's what happens in the new Avengers, which is basically what happens after the new Avengers defeat Void. They're literally approaching Valentina. She is about to get hers. I'm like, yeah. And she goes behind this curtain. The new Avengers follow her out. And then Valentina says, I present you all, the new Avengers. Which you would think is the exact opposite of what you would want for someone like Valentina, like getting praise for something that she clearly didn't do. But easily the most satisfying moment in the movie was when Yelena, I can't pronounce her name, this morning, played by Florence Pugh, literally walks up to her, whispers in her ear, says, we own you now. You know what? That works for me. And that is a testament to Florence Pugh's acting, who is probably the best character in the movie overall. Don't get me wrong, all the new Avengers get a chance to shine. Wyatt Russell, son of Kurt Russell, he definitely plays it great as, actually, what would you call his character? Just USA, or John Walker as, the U.S. agent, or whatever. formerly decorated Captain America. He definitely plays it great as like sort of a disheveled guy who got divorced. You know, his wife has his kid, like kind of washed up and trying to get some redemption a little bit. Hold on. Here's the thing. They promote Taskmaster, played by Antonia Dreykov, as like this great antagonist, as a character in the movie, but she dies early. I kind of feel that was a bit of a misstep, but honestly, after that scene where she died, I was so engrossed with what was going on, I completely forgot about her until, you know, preparing for the Thunderbolts video the other day. Hold on. What's out here? Hannah John Kamen as Ghost. She was great. I mean, honestly, she was a great antagonist in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Although, granted, one of the more, like, she was a subtle villain. And you can buy, like, why she was doing what she was doing. But I'm glad, like, this movie gave her more of a chance to shine. I mean, I think I alluded to this the other day. Red Guardian is definitely the comedic heart of the movie, played by David Harbour. Like, every time he says anything, I can't help but smile, and David Harbour does a great Russian accent. So does Florence Pugh, but I'll get to her in a minute. And I think Sebastian Stan, playing, Bucky Barnes and Winter Soldier, I love that the movie starts him out with him trying to sort of put that life behind him. Like, he's, actually, what was his role? Because he was into politics. A member of the U.S. He's a congressman. Okay. Ooh. I just looked this up right now. Sebastian Stan compared, the character Bucky Barnes to Jack Nicholson's character from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where they're both coming into, like, a chaotic and degenerate group whose members need to be united. And he actually had one of the best lines in the movie for me, which is, after he captures, the Thunderbolts, because he was supposed to do that, he learns of, like, what's really going on, and then, keep in mind, I'm going to be paraphrasing this, he says, listen, where you guys are, I've been there. Like, it's kind of hard for me to call him the de facto leader, because, again, there's still sort of that mentality of, yeah, I'm here, and I'm definitely going to help out. But, and this is just to my eye and ear test, the character of Bucky Barnes, while I feel has been fully redeemed in terms of how he started out as, sort of an antagonist in Winter Soldier, he is trying to put that life behind him. He became a congressman. To go from being, a super soldier for Hydra to being a congressman, that's huge. It's probably one of the greatest redemption stories I've ever seen. But if I'm talking like a favorite character, I gotta go with Yelena, played by Florence Pugh. She was great. Like, she's the person we first hear speaking in the movie. And it starts off with her character jumping off the second tallest building in the world. Which, fun fact, Florence Pugh actually had to fight to get that to happen. Because originally in the script it had her doing that, but then, like, insurance companies and all those other people say, like, no, we can't do it. But Florence Pugh's like, no, I want to do this. Let me do this. Please let me do this. And not only did she get what she wanted, she didn't get what she wanted. She got what we all wanted. Because that first scene of her jumping off that building is awesome. I mean, they do kind of they allude to the fact that, like, I'm so bored. Sometimes sometimes my life is bad. I just want my life. Basically, she's acting like she's going to commit suicide, and she jumps off the second tallest building in the world, and oh, parachute, or maybe I'm just bored. This movie is full of really great humor like that. It is. So yeah, this was the last movie in the MCU Phase 5. And, you know what, I gotta talk about Bob, who also played by Louis Pullman, who does a great job of, you know, I mean, he goes through a lot of mental health stuff because, you know, drugs and alcohol, and he grew up in a very, very dysfunctional family, like husband abusing his wife, aka mom abusing dad and stuff like that. So you really do feel the struggle that, you know, Bob goes through. And when he becomes the Sentry and then later Void, it's actually something that Geraldine, Wanathan, who plays Mel, Valentina's assistant. He's like, you give your super soldier formula to Steve Rogers to become Captain America. You give it to someone as unstable as Bob, who knows what will happen. And yeah, you give power to someone unstable, they're going to ask the questions like, why do I got to take orders from someone who's clearly not as powerful as I am? And to me, it leads to the best scene in the movie where they essentially, like, you know, Bob is like trying to, like, he's punching the Void, like that bad side of him or whatever. And you can see that he's still struggling. And again, all you need is some good people in your life to just give you a hug, man. That's all you need. I thought that was the best moment in the movie for me. Like the new Avengers running over to hug Bob before things get too out of control. Like, that's beautiful, man. Like, I know, yes, it does seem, to the untrained eye and ear, it really does seem as if the day was saved because, you know, the bad guy was given a hug. But if that's really what you think, then you're missing the whole point. I mean, they literally went to the lengths to explain that Bob is mentally unstable. You know, he doesn't know what love is. He doesn't know what compassion is. I mean, he grew up in a dysfunctional, you know, family. You know, he was a meth addict. He was put under these experiments that killed lots of people, and he was just lucky to survive. You know, that would put trauma on anyone. So, yeah. The more I think about this movie, the more I recommend people watch it. I mean, if you're a Marvel fan, of course I recommend it. If you're someone who struggles with mental health, you know, anxiety and stuff like that, give it a watch. If you like good action, give this movie a watch. I mean, there's so much about this movie that I recommend to people. I mean, I really haven't seen that many movies this year. I mean, I saw The Day the Earth Blew Up, and then I saw Thunderbolts, or the new Avengers. I still think right now Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning might be the best movie I see this year. But that movie is going to be fighting an uphill battle. Because the new Avengers was nothing short of outstanding. I hope you like this video. Like, share on YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm your home news video for everybody else watching Joe Today. We'll be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, folks. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me on this video, let me know. I'll be back. Take care. Make good choices. 607 all day, baby.